When this girl bends down to tie her father's shoelaces, a thief comes from behind, grabs her bag, and runs away. Hey, stop! That's my daughter's bag! On the other side, when a young man sees the thief running, he starts chasing him. After chasing for a long time, the thief becomes tired and helpless, throws the bag down, and runs away. While picking up the bag, the young man notices a locket. He matches it with his own locket and begins to suspect that this girl is his childhood friend, the same one who had put this locket around his neck. Then the girl and her father arrive. The young man gives the bag and says, "Please check if anything is missing." The girl says, "Nothing is missing. The money was not important. This jade locket is very precious to me." She says, "Here is some money. Please keep it as a thank you." He says, "No, I cannot take this money. If you really want to thank me, I don't have a job. If you can help me find work. I just came from the village." The girl says, "It's good that I met you. My father's leg is not well. I was looking for someone to take care of him. Are you ready? When his health gets better, you can work in my company." The young man says, "Really? That's very good. In the village, I used to take care of my grandfather." The girl says, "Okay, I have to go to the company. First drop my father home, then come to the office." The girl leaves, and he looks at her with longing eyes. The father says, "Hey boy, what are you looking at? Come with me." He takes the girl's father home and then goes to her office. The girl says, "I need to talk about some work matters. First, I am serious about work, so there will be a lot of work. Second, the salary will be 100,000 yen per month, plus 30,000 extra allowance. Is that okay?" The young man says, "Yes, boss." "Okay." The girl says, "All right, this is the contract. Read it and sign it." She receives a phone call and goes outside. The young man again takes out the locket and matches it and says in his heart, "It has been 15 years. I finally found you. But now you are the owner of such a big company, and I am only an employee. How can I tell you after recognizing you? I don't have the courage." Suddenly, when the girl sees the locket in his hand, she starts scolding him. "How dare you touch my things? If you are an employee, then stay like an employee." A few days pass. The young man takes care of her father. One day, the girl asks him, "In the province where you live, I want to ask about someone. He was my childhood friend. He also had a locket like mine. His name was Li Xiang. Do you know him?" The young man avoids eye contact and says, "I don't know. The province is very big. I cannot know everyone." The girl says, "Okay, you can go." One day, the young man is looking at the locket again. When the company's secretary comes near him, he gets scared. His locket falls down and he runs away. The secretary picks up the locket and goes to the girl, the boss, and says, "Boss, this locket belongs to Li Xiang. I found it downstairs." The girl is shocked and says, "Is this his?" She runs to him and says, "Li Xiang, I found your locket. Did you recognize me on the first day? Then why didn't you tell me?" He says, "I recognized you at first sight when I saw the locket, but now we belong to two different worlds. I am not worthy of you." The girl says, "You don't decide who is worthy. I worked hard for years just to find you and stay with you." The young man says, "But," the girl says, "No more but. From now on, we will always stay together." Friends, my childhood friend, finally came back to me after wandering for so many years. Will you give us your blessings? 15 years of separation ended because of one locket. He recognized her on the first day, but he was afraid because of his status. In the end, neither wealth won nor poverty won. Only a true heart won. What do you say? Tell us in the comments.